I'm about to introduce Logan Swan up to speak. Logan is an iron worker. He's a rank and file union member who has been extremely courageous in his outspoken support for the Amazon tax. Logan is one of the iron workers who spends his days way up above the city building the skyscrapers, building the buildings on Amazon's campus, building the high-rises that are going to house the millionaires and the rich people moving into our city. And Logan, like his union brothers and sisters, cannot himself afford to live in Seattle, even though he is one of the workers that is building this city from the ground up. And Logan is here today with two of his fellow union brothers and sisters to give you his perspective.
Brothers and sisters, construction is a very dangerous industry where our safety meetings are focused on our fatalities and debilitating injuries suffered in pursuit of a way to support our families. These risks are not shared with the employers. Bezos and the Waltons aren't the ones putting their lives on the line. We are. I understand, I hear my brothers and sisters in this division of the labor movement where the building trades are concerned about the cutbacks in construction and Amazon's blackmail and shutting down jobs. I understand that concern. That's an attack on my livelihood as well. And I want to appeal to everybody here. Will you stand with us if Amazon intends to make good on that threat? Make no mistake, Amazon could absolutely afford to pay union wages as well as their share of this very modest tax. There are countless examples in labor history of workers across industries uniting around a struggle, from the Pullman railway strike, where workers in one shop struck against their oligarch, George Pullman, when they were living in their company town and were having their wages cut, to the unemployed workers who fought side by side with the Teamsters of Minneapolis in their heroic struggle in 1934, and with the many trade unionists who have contributed to the countless victories here with the Seattle minimum wage, in LA, in Minneapolis, and in entire states. The spectacular flexing of workers' power in Seattle, Seattle's general strike in 1919 was initiated by metal workers in the shipyards, who were joined by 60,000 others, and it provided a glimpse of society run democratically by the workers. This incredible event would not have been possible without workers standing across this city, standing shoulder to shoulder as a class, understanding clearly their interests and fighting together. Organized labor's collective body in this city, the Martin Luther King County Labor Council, has voted to endorse this fight for taxing the biggest businesses in Seattle to build public affordable housing. I stand resolutely with this demand to address the burning crisis of Seattle's working class and not place the burden on already struggling working families, but rather on the corporations benefiting most from this boom and whose profiteering has created this crisis. And I appeal to my brothers and sisters in the building trade to do the same. The robber baron industrialist Jay Gould once said, "I can hire half the working class to kill the other half." We cannot allow the richest man in the world to weaponize our employment and use it as a tool to divide us from the labor movement. Overwhelming amount of building trades workers cannot afford to live in Seattle. Amazon and Jeff Bezos can absolutely pay their workers and pay their share of this tax, and in addition, pay their warehouse workers who on average are earning a measly $28,000 a year.